What is up, guys? WFOS, your world's fastest one-shots. We are going over the fastest way to level without doing while doing minimal gathering quests. Most of these will be kill quests and will be very, very quick, easy, and straight to the point. So here we go. You make an orc. You do Valley of Trials. You're going to be doing the Vile Familiar. You're going to do the Pickaxe. You're going to do Sarkaroth. You're going to do the Cutting Teeth with the Boar. You're going to do the Blade Medallion. And you're also going to do the Lazy Peons. Those quests, that is Valley of Trials. Next, once you're done with those quests, you're going to go over to Senzhen Village. You're going to do Zalzane. Then you're going to do Mishina's Skull. And then you're going to do the, what's it called? Actually, I think that's, yeah. So there's just those two quests, because the other one is tied into, I think it's Mishina's Skull, which is the Hex Trolls and the Voodoo Trolls. So you're going to be killing Hex Trolls, killing Voodoo Trolls, getting the skull, and killing Zalzane. That is over here on the island. There are more Hex Trolls closer around the edge of where Zalzane is. There are more Voodoo Trolls where Zalzane is, and also to the north of these ruins. The next quest that you're going to do is the attack plans. That's going to be over here, down to the bottom left, as you can very well see from the cursor. That's where this is going to be. So you're just going to pick up the quest like right around here. You're going to go down here. There's 3 attack plans. It should be about here, there, and then you like come around, and then it's like in this little nook. All right. Those are all kill quests. The attack plans are gathering, but they are shared. So even if you pick it up on one character, all your characters get credit for it. Same thing with the lazy peons over here. You can find the lazy peons sleeping in any of the trees along the sleeping by any of the trees along the edge of here. Vile Familiar are up at the north. Cutting Edge, the fucking Boar are anywhere over here. The Sarkaroth is over here. All right. And then when you do Blade's Edge, you're going to go into the cave. You're going to go to the right, and then you're going to follow that path until you get to this big burning blade guy near a ledge. You're going to kill him, loot the burning blade medallion. When you do the pickaxe, you're going to go into the cave, take a right, then a left, and then go straight. You can either go straight, right, or left on that split. You're going to go straight, go into a little nook, and it's going to be on the opposite ledge of where you enter that nook. All right. So those are all those quests right there. And then Sarkaroth is like up here. You get the quest by this tree, and then you're just going to go south until you find Sarkaroth. He's a black scorpion. You just kill him and then loot his fucking whatever, and then turn the quest, and then turn back in here. All right, so that was all these quests in like fucking 3 minutes. Now, from here, you're going to go, once you are done with Senzhen Village, you're going to go, you should be level 7, 7.5, maybe even 7 3/4. 8 if you're unlucky with, I don't know, if you've killed a lot of like 8 or 9s over here on the island, you might be closer to 8. Anyway, so then you come along here, you grab this quest to go to Razor Hill. When you get to Razor Hill, you're going to get 2 quests. One is the Invaders, which will get you to kill all these thorn people over here. And then down here, it's going to make you kill these fucking Watchers and Sailors and whatever it is. I forgot what it was called, but one of them is Sailors. You're going to kill those, and then you're going to go into the keep. Now when you go into the keep, you're going to take a right and then a left, and then the first left that you can, go up those stairs. Once you reach the top of the stairs, you're going to go around, wrap it around, and then you're going to go the left path. Now that left path is going to take you into the room where the lieutenant is. That is where you're going to loot his corpse to finish off the quest of the kill quest for those sailors, etc. All right, once you get his corpse, you're going to get a key. When you get that key, you're going to go back down that ramp, but you're not going to go right the way you came in. You're going to continue straight, go up the stairs, and then along the precipice or the terrace of the tower. There's going to be a little chest at the end of that tower. You're going to open that, and it's going to give you a little letter. The letter is going to give you another quest. All right? That quest gets brought all the way to Orgrimmar. You don't have to turn it in right now. I will go over when to turn it in because you don't need to right now. But so once you do that, you come back here, and then you kill the invaders. Now the scouts and whatever, the first half, there's scouts and something else. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's scouts and what something else. There's 4 and 4. You're going to find them on this south ridge right here. And then the other ones, which would be the defenders and the casters. I've again forgot what they were called, but there's casters and defenders. Defenders are normally higher level, so they're like 9 and 10. The casters are like 8 and 9. So just be aware of that. Now you should be, once you have finished all these quests, you should be about 9, 9.5, 9.25 as well, around there. All right, once you do all those quests. Now, in order to get to level 10, you don't really need to do any quests if you don't want to. There are some kill quests up in this area for the harpies if you really want to finish out that level, or there's one gathering quest that you can do for the bags, which basically you take this route right here through the mountains, and then you just do a loop, all right, for the bags. Where is it? Right here? Yeah, so you do like that loop, and then you can just do it a couple times, and you'll get all the bags that you need. The first harpy quest is for these right here, and then the second harpy quest is in a cave system that starts about here and then loops up to here. That's where the second harpy quest would be, if you wanted to do that. You don't have to. Also, Finkel's Claw, you can do that if you are multiboxing, because you have multiple characters. You are able to kill things that are higher than you. What I suggest that you do, most people just run through here and then loop around to kill Finkel. What you can do if you feel like you're confident enough to do it is actually just run on top of the rocks itself, and then right where Finkel is spawned, you could just jump down on top of him, kill him, and then all the mobs around him. After all of those quests and Finkel's Claw and the harpies and the fucking thing right here with the bags, it's really not too bad to do those quests. That should get you to level 10, and if it doesn't, then you can always just do a loop right here with all those defenders and stuff. You don't want to go inside of that enclave, alright? Because it's very aggroable. They will fucking kill you. Don't just go in there willy-nilly. Just do a loop around the edge and just kill all those mobs as they spawn. Then you'll be level 10. Once you get to level 10, you're going to go to Barrens. All right. Now, once you go to Barrens, you're going to get a bunch of quests to go to Crossroads. You're going to do the Planestrider Beak. You're going to do, again, the Invader quest. The Invader quest is for Water Seekers, Hunters, and Thornweavers. That is the first half of the quest. Now, there's going to be a little building up here with thorns, and then there's going to be a little, like, overturned cart over here. You're going to go where the overturned cart is, and there's like a little nook right here as well where there's like a fucking, what is it called? A lot of spawns, like literally a lot of spawns. So you can stay in this nook, just kind of going back and forth between here and the building. If you really want to, you can just stay here. If you're feeling a little bit lazy, don't want to run around too much, you can just stay here and just farm until you're level 11. Now, this might seem a little arduous, but believe me, doing it now is going to be a lot better for you than doing it later, because A, you get more XP per kill, and it won't take as long to level. So when you get all these quests, you're going to get the Planestrider Beaks, which is like one of the only gathering quests besides those bags that I mentioned earlier that you will be doing in order to get to level 14/15 as quickly as possible. So you're going to, once you're level 10, you go to Crossroads, you finish all those quests that bring you to Crossroads as well, like the Innkeeper, I have a message for you stuff. Then you get the Planestrider, and then you get the Thornweaver and the Hunter quest Invaders, right? You do some farming over here until you're level 11. You do not turn in any quests or do any other quests until you're level 11. So then you finish the Thornweaver stuff and you finish the Planestrider thing, right? Turn those both in. And then you're going to get a quest for Geomancers and Defenders, and those are going to be up here, all right? Now the Crossroads supplies is going to be where is it? Right about here. There's going to be like 3 buildings. Two buildings. It's going to be the one on the right. That one has a X-Road supply. That one has a Crossroad supply, as well as the little stack of fucking right next to it off to the left between the buildings by pile of junk is going to be another spawn of the X-Road supplies. And I believe it also spawns to the left of this building to the left. All right. Another place that it does spawn is down here. When you run down here, you're going to find higher level mobs. Again, forgot what they were called, but they're... Anyway, this is where Kree spawns for his snout. This is where he spawns. He's going to spawn on this back wall over here, and he's going to spawn about here, and he's going to start just walking this way. And then there's like a little split of thorns that comes up, and he's just going to be in like this little nook right there. All right. So when you're looking at that wall as you come down here, he's going to be on the left nook, not the right nook. Just make sure that he spawns on the back wall as well. So just be sure that you're keeping an eye out for him. He's a darker color Razormane. All right. After you finish all of that, you're going to turn in the Crossroad supplies. You're going to turn in his snout. You're going to turn in the Planestrider beak, and then you're going to turn. So like this one and that one, it's a chain quest. So you have to turn this one in first, and then you can do this one. All right. So once all of those are turned in, you're going to go down to Ratchet. All right. Once you're in Ratchet, you're going to pick up a few quests. One of them is going to bring you down to this coastline. So by now you should be level 12, 12 and a half. All right. Maybe even 13, depending on how many mobs you killed, how quickly you killed them, and for how long you were killing them. Really, honestly, like if you kill things on the way to a quest, you'll end up with more XP than if you don't, basically. So if there's anything in the way while you're running, just make sure to kill it, tag it, and just keep running. XP not gained is XP wasted when the target is right in front of you. You might as well just kill it, right? Anyway, so down to Ratchet, you're going to get 2 quests. Some of them are going to bring you down this coast for the pirates. You're going to do all those chain quests for these pirates. Most of these are just kill quests. Some of them are loot quests, but they're not arduous. It's not like you're picking flowers. You're just like opening a box or picking up a spy lens or something like that. It's really, really not that difficult, and it's not that it doesn't take long to do. All right. Once you're done with that, you're also going to get a quest for a Samoflange. Now that one it's kind of like a short quest line. It's going to be up here, like right around here. It's going to be a little like doohickey mechanical thing that you're going to talk to. It does take a cast bar for you to be able to open it, so you do need to clear a bunch of mobs around it in order to not get interrupted by getting hit. In order to turn in the quest or pick up a quest, you have to be able to do that cast bar. So it's imperative that you do clear around it so that you don't get aggro. All right. The first quest is going to have you open the valves around the mechanical siege engine thing where you are. The first one is going to be off to the right, so you're going to so as you're facing the little siege engine, you're going to back up, you're going to go to the right. It's literally right there, close to the ground. The next one's a little bit around the right. The third one's a little further around the right. All right, and then you're just going to turn that in. The next part of that quest is going to make you go up to the north slightly and kill the guy in the building up there. He's pretty simple to kill, but his res time is like 10 minutes. So if you miss it, just be sure that you are farming the mobs. They do spawn rather quick, so you don't really have to worry about that. After you have killed him and picked his stuff up, you have to go back to the Samoflange and turn it in. After that, it's going to make you go back to Ratchet to turn it in there. All right. Now, remember I said that the other quest before was an Orgrimmar. Before you actually do all these quests, you can, if you would like to, you can pick up the Meet to Orgrimmar quest in Crossroads. It's going to be in this top right corner right here. All right, right before the north entrance. You're going to pick up that quest, and then you're going to take the flight path to Orgrimmar. Now remember the Admiral's Order envelope that we talked about earlier? That is also what you're going to turn in. So for the Butcher quest, you're going to go up here to the the drag, and you're going to go up these stairs, and the Butcher's going to be right there. All right, you're going to talk to him, and then complete it, it's going to make you go back to the crossroads. But before you do that, you got to go over here to Valley of Wisdom, which is where the Admiral Orders quest is going to be turned in as well. I believe it might make you go back to Razor Hill. I'm not 100% sure, or maybe that's just the end of it. I don't remember offhand, but once all these quests are done, you should be 14/14 and a half, but you should be able to do Ragefire Chasm. If not, there is one more quest. There are like one or two more quests around here that you can do, but you don't really have to. You could literally just farm in this area or this area for the XP that you need. But yeah, that is the leveling guide for Horde. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty. It's a little. It's not. It's not the longest guide, honestly, and it is straightforward. There are like 5 things you need to pick up, but it's not like I have to pick up 50 fucking skulls now. Like, that's not the gist of the gathering that is included. You know what I mean? Like, down here there's a Quillbore quest that you have to pick up 60 tusks, right? And that's on each character. Now you have to kill 300 of these things, just minimum, to be able to do this quest. That's not the type of quest that we're doing. All right, so if you follow that guide, you should be at least 14 and a half. If you're playing one character, you actually might be 16, 17, simply because the XP does get divided depending on how many characters you are in a group with. So if you play 2, you might actually be a higher level than if you play 5.